About to be unceremoniously locked.
Welcome to the House of Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. I am your host and your resident tribal chief, Hammer.
Acknowledge me.
Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday wherever you guys are at. Those coming on in, y'all know the routine. Those new in here, let me teach you real quick. Smash them thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. We're moments away from the start of our Wednesday weekly presser. Hopefully, we have both and not just one. Gardner Minshew and Davante Adams are supposed to address the media momentarily after this practice. Antonio Pierce was at the podium earlier today. He had a couple of things to say in regards to this matchup, in regards to some changes that are going to have to be made quick, fast, in a hurry as it pertains to the offense. I think that was more the press conference that we heard the other day. But look, I'd rather hear things like that and know that they see exactly what the issues are. And hopefully we can address them and address them quick, fast, and in a hurry. We are on a whole bunch of platforms tonight. We want to welcome in those on Instagram. We are finally on IG Live. We kind of returned to normalcy in a sense. So I appreciate everybody that's on that end. And if you guys want to come over and be a part of the conversation, come on over to Raider Nation News Today on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing. And you guys see we are on that road to 10K. You see it in the top right corner, 9232. Appreciate everybody in here. Let's do a quick roll call before we get into the start of this press conference. And after the presser, we'll talk more about this upcoming week 3 matchup, our home opener against the Carolina Panthers. There have been some moves that have already been made in the last couple of days, and we will talk about it after the press conference. Can't Get Right, Martin, Huey P, Central Coast Rap, Adam, what up, man? Raider Ryan, Demokes, Carlos, Taino, see you on Sunday. Sunday. Redbone, what's good? Raider Nomad, what's good? AC, Ben Bad, am I missing anybody? I don't think as of yet. Let me just scroll through. Scroll. Johnny Kicknuts, dopest name. Super Omni, what's good? Been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Leaky, what's up? Oos, RJ Green, Isaiah, Rob. I see a couple of the Green Dot Gang are in here right now. I appreciate y'all. Sean Johnson. Yep, we're going to talk about that. AC, appreciate you, bro. Franklin Skinner, what's good? Trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Raider Girl, what's up? Bourbon, what's good, my brother? Ricky Two Toes, I think we are officially caught up, and salute to the 70 that we do have in here so far. Again, we are watching the latest installment of As the Shield Turns. Gardner Minshew and Davante Adams will step to the podium momentarily. Again, hopefully it's both. We've gotten one or the other over the first 2 weeks. Hopefully it's both of them now. Ernest, what's good? Raiders trade for Bryce Young. We talked about that on Monday. I wouldn't. I wouldn't, and it really doesn't have much to do with the first year and 2 games in. He's just don't want no short people. I just don't think he would be that guy for us. If anything, we look forward to. I'm actually not going to say that because I'm not looking past this coming Sunday against Carolina. Raider Ryan, let him know what's up. Oh, we getting JPJ this week. AP said it best. If I'm a betting man, I would bet the JPJ will be on the field this coming Sunday, and I really hope that we get to see him with the starting offensive line. I'd be incredibly excited, incredibly happy for that. Let's hope and pray that that happens. Let's see. Wait for Archmet. I'm not saying it, but I was incredibly happy to see what the young buck could do last Saturday when Quinn Ewers went down with the abdomen injury. And boy, did he show up and show out. 4 touchdown passes, if I remember correctly, and a 67-yard run for a touchdown as well. When have you ever seen a Manning run 67 yards for a touchdown? Oh, wait, we haven't. The next generation is here. Yeah, but Quinn is the front runner for Heisman Trophy, and I'm already hearing the buyer bewares of Carson Beck out of Georgia. So stay tuned. Again, got a long ways ahead of that. We don't even need to be remotely talking about that right now. And of course, I got sucked into it, so I'm talking about it. No, JPJ, if I was a betting man, there you go. There you go. Anthony Salute. Just the best athlete out of all the that's a fact. Demoke said, I'm here. I'm here. I can't do Kermit's voice. I don't think I could do Kermit's voice, but his voice is a combination between Kermit the Frog and Cookie Monster if they were to have a child. So there you go. Again, Shield Turns is on. I don't think there's anything I need to adjust on this right now. Nah, I'm just double checking to make sure that we're on the up and up. The second somebody steps to the podium, we will play it. And I need you guys to let me know right away that you can actually hear the audio. Again, I'm doing something where I've returned to normalcy somewhat, but I want to make sure that everything is on the up and up for you guys today. Again, you guys always know when I put on a show, it's always about you, Raider Nation. So salute to everybody in here. Let me just check something with there are a lot of people that have pulled up into IG. I see that. And again, guys, those that are on IG, come on over. Raider Nation News Today. Make sure I'm not. There are a lot of people. Oh, yeah, playing. Okay, we're good there. Come on over to Raider Nation News Today on YouTube if you guys want to be a part of the conversation, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. While we wait, we might as well talk about it. We might as well get into it in regards to this week 3 matchup, our homecoming, if you may. Let's go into it by the rankings first. I was looking at this a little while ago, courtesy of NFL.com. And here are the rankings as it stands going into this week 3 matchup. Carolina Panthers, 32nd in offense, 25th in defense, 31st in passing, 29th in rushing. Our offense, we're ranked 23rd. Defense, we're ranked 23rd, which I think is BS. Passing ranked 8th. For those that don't know, Gardner Minshew has the highest completion percentage in the NFL right now. And 32nd in rushing, which isn't a surprise, an abysmal first 2 weeks. But Tay is at the podium. Let me know you guys can hear him.
When he played for as a coach, he said the day he walked in for you as a veteran, when you see the young tight end like that, when it clicked for you.
For me, when I noticed it in him, well, it's hard to know a specific moment that defined, like when I knew he was ready to go. But I could tell when he first showed up. I did the panel with Max, Spill, and DJ. We went and talked to the rookies when they first got here. And I could just tell by the way he spoke and the way he was locked in. It didn't really seem like he cared about anything other than football. So when you got those type of dudes that's young and they come in like that and just lock in and grow and learn from all the veteran players, you can see something special in him. And obviously seeing his college tape and everything, you could tell he was ready to play.
How were you able to break the ice with a kind of stoic guy like Brock?
I don't think the ice. We still skating. I don't know if it's ever been fully broken. But yeah, you can see he's starting to express himself a little bit more, whether it's after the first downs or talking to guys a little bit more. He's opening up a lot more than what I anticipated at this point. But between he and I, it's not like a full blown. I don't think he's all the way comfortable yet, but he came a long way already for sure.
This guy means business. Like,
yeah,
trying to make friends.
Nah, I mean, I'm always down. If it don't really matter, if you can tell when somebody's trying to make friends and they about business, like that's fine too. But you can't just be trying to make friends and not be about your work and not be locked in and never had to worry about that with them. So yeah, you get both sides of it, but for the most part, I'd much rather a guy come in and be quiet and locked in the way he has.
What's impressed you most with his skill set so far?
Brock. I mean, he really doesn't have many weaknesses out there, man. I mean, he's the type of dude. And when I say many, I just don't want to say any because I don't want to, kill him like that. And then everybody say, But yeah, he's the type of player. He's got speed, great size. I mean, he's a matchup nightmare for a linebacker, most safeties. And I think he went on a lot of corners as well. So when you got that type of size and you can run block and fit in the whole scheme, you'll be playing a lot of plays in the league.
Have you practiced the sideline toe tap catch where you're horizontal? How do you do something like that?
You gotta those are the ones you just gotta be great in the moment and make it. It's not it's tough to simulate that because it'd be a lot of falling on the ground. We like to stay up as much as possible, but yeah, we just sometimes you get them, and you just got to make it with the one you get.
You know, watching the Smooth Criminal video with Michael Jackson and leaning forward and all that.
Not this. No, I used to be a big fan. I used to watch it all the time, but it's been a while.
After the Ravens game, obviously had a lot of things to improve, but is it encouraging that you guys were able to, even though things weren't perfect, figure something out and just got that?
Yeah, it's almost a better feeling. We was talking about it after the game. I think it's a good feeling when you go out there and play. You know, you feel like you had a realistic, good game in all phases. But when you can beat a really good team without doing that, it almost is more promising sometimes. You know, we left a lot out there. I could have played better than what I did. So just know me personally, I'm looking forward to another week of trying to, you can look at the stats and say, oh, you had a good game or whatever. But when you know what was out there and what you could have done, you try to keep your mind on that just to keep pushing forward. So that's where we are right now as a team. And I think everybody's got the same common goal.
Home opener this weekend, obviously coming off of a win, like you just mentioned. It's a nice hot win. What's the mentality like? What's the mindset, the excitement going on?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely excited to come and show off for our home crowd. Hoping to get everybody in there and have a packed house with nothing but silver and black. And our fans, they've been great. They were great out in Baltimore, so they deserve another dub here at home and start off the right way and keep that rolling and keep protecting our house.
Does it say, as a veteran, to sort of remind and instill the message this week that, hey, this week's Panthers could be last week's Raiders, where nobody's expected
Yeah, I don't think this team has that mindset where anybody's thinking, we just gonna go in there and roll over them or they're gonna lay down. It's not that type of team, really. I mean, they got a lot of good individual talent. The record has improved that they're, an amazing team, but things can change at any point. Like you said with us, nobody had us winning that game, and we went out and took care of it. It's not about how good you are; it's about how good you play. So that's really what it comes down to. If you play better than another team one day, then you're the better team that day. So we got to lock in and try to be better than we were last week.
Talk about that catch on the sideline. At this point, you've made hundreds of great plays throughout your career. Is it still exciting? You still see all the memes, all the people passing around?
Yeah.
You still watch it on your phone?
Yeah, no, I don't watch it too much. It's still the same when you watch it the 20th time. So I don't like to live in my successes, but it's always fun to get one like that you get your friends and everybody else that, for us, we make grabs where we diving on the ground all day and, practice. They don't get to see most of the stuff. You go out there and you get maybe, 5 to 10 opportunities to show people, but it's a little bit more routine than what people may think. It looks crazy and it looks good on the replay, but in live action, it's not necessarily easy to get the toes down and all of that, but to catch that ball, we like to come down with that every time.
Build and continue to build day to day to make those types of passes and to get hit front of the ball.
It's the most important thing that a quarterback and receiver can work on probably together. And he's driven to keep working, and he's made a lot of progress, and we've made a lot of progress together. So far from where we want to be, but it's kind of a never-ending cycle of just trying to get better and working on our craft.
Momentum play big, the offense is built on itself, right? One play led to the next.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but if it is, can that carry to a week, or does you have to start something over the next week?
I mean, it can. It doesn't work out that way just because that's what you did, or just because you worked out or you worked on it or whatever. But it's something that we hope to continue to build on, and every week is different based off how you get played and the calls and everything. So you just got to try to take care of the small things one by one, and those add up to the big product.
Okay, was that something you guys could feel though inside the huddle as an offense? As hey, plays started kind of going your way. Was that something that you guys can feel as a unit that it was starting to go that way?
Yeah, we know. I mean, this team, we've been talking about it for years now. I mean, obviously we've had different personnel over the past few years, but making plays is contagious. So anytime the defense goes out there and does it, that can shed something on. That's why you see sometimes, at least in 22, we throw a lot of shots after turnovers. They get a turnover and then we come out and try to throw, a bomb on them to take advantage of that. Just does something for the team's morale when you see people making plays and you can go out there and have an opportunity to convert on it as well. So we're trying to build on that.
The defense doing such a good job in the field. There was that interaction right between Max.
Yeah, no, there's no pressure involved in it at all. That's our job, and they're doing their job over there. So we know just in order to take pressure off of them more than anything, we got to do ours.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
All right, guys, there you go. Davante with the first half of the presser. Now we have to wait for Gardner Minshew. Those coming on in. Smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all in here. It's showing that we have 133. Yeah, I can see stuff again. Again, trying something a little different. So as we go back to the numbers in this matchup. Oh, never mind. Minshew's out.
Relatively the first couple of weeks preseason. Just the relationship between you and Brock and what you've seen him have on and off.
Yeah, man. Gotta be honest with Brock. He's pretty great the day he showed up. You know what I'm saying? That dude's like been making plays from day one. So I mean, to get him in game situations, to have the trust in him, has really been easy, man. He's earned it the whole time, and it's really cool to have a guy like that on your team.
Impressed you most just about him on the field, but his skill set?
I don't know, man. He's like he wins in zone, has feel for zone, or wins in man, has feel for zone, and has some catch and run juice to him. I was excited to see how much like juice he had after some of his first down catches. You know, like getting up, being fired up. That was awesome to see.
No Diddy, man. No Diddy.
You played for some teams that have good home field advantages. What's your anticipation for being in Allegiant for the first time in a regular season game?
No, I'm so fired up to get home opener. Everybody says we're gonna have a great crowd, man. I'm ready to hear it, ready to see it, ready to feel it. It means a lot to us, and we want to make this one of those places. You know, we want to make our home field a true home field and something that we love coming back to. And you know, it's on us to make it that way.
Davante, it's so respectful to leaders and captains too. It's still a message, if it's even needed, that hey, this week's Panthers will be last week's Raiders. We expected y'all to win. We expect them. You have to kind of go in there with that mentality.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's every week you got to earn it. There's no free passes in this league. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's good in this league. Everybody can win in this league. So we got to have a great week of practice, and we got to show up, and we got to play our best ball no matter.
Through 2 weeks, you're tied for second in the league in passing yardage. What does that mean?
Nothing really. You know, I wish we were 2-0.
What does it mean for the team's success, though?
I don't know. Probably run the ball a little more.
You're also completing a high percentage of your passes as well. And you talked during training camp about wanting to maybe be a point guard type quarterback. Is that kind of the byproduct of that, spraying the ball around, being that facilitator?
I think so, man. We've been seeing some kind of softer zone coverages. They've been keeping a top on things. I think we did a better job last game of when we got our one-on-ones, taking shots downfield. But I think a big part, you know, especially when they're running and like hitting the way, you got to keep it on track, you know, keep us in second and, you know, 7 or better, and then third down, 5 or better. Like just keeping us in manageable downs, I think is really important for our success.
How big of a deal was Max's pep talk to you after the interception early on?
No, it's awesome, man. He grabbed me and just said, "Hey, we got your back, dude. Like, we need that Washington State Gardner. We need that, you know." And I was like, "Man, you're right, dude. Let me see if I can go whip that up real quick." But nah, man, that dude's a great leader. He does it the right way, man. And couldn't be more grateful to have him on our team.
After the conversation, there was the motivation that happened. You know, lots of changes with your offense, and there's kind of a rhythm that we all had an opportunity to see. How do you build from that going on to this next game?
Yeah, no, I think it's just about consistency. You know, I think there's a lot of things we did well. And, you know, just kind of getting into that flow sooner, you know, finding that confidence sooner. In both these games, it's taken us way too long. So I think just understanding that we have that when we are dialed in on our details, just we got to have that from the jump.
To that point, what changed for you guys in the fourth quarter? Obviously, things kind of started going your way. But what did you guys do for you?
I don't know, man. I mean, you're calling the same plays. We got the same guys out there. I think it's just literally everybody being on the same page, you know. I put a lot of trust in those receivers, and they paid me back for it. You know, I think that was a big part of it. The line held up, and we blocked really well down the stretch. Like, I mean, I think everybody just taking their play to the next level, and that's what it's going to take.
That's good.
All right. Thank you.
There you guys have it, the weekly Wednesday press conference. Gardner Minshew, Davante Adams. Appreciate y'all. We're not leaving yet. So let's get back into this in terms of this matchup. And somebody had put out the fun fact that we had talked about on Monday when we had the Hammer and Joe show and did our reaction Monday. Andy Dalton has been named the starter for the Carolina Panthers in this week 3 matchup against our Las Vegas Raiders. Dalton for his career is 4-0 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the funny thing is we do have the familiarity right here as we have Marvin Lewis as our assistant head coach. He knows the goods, the bads, the ins, the outs, no Diddy if necessary, when it comes to Andy Dalton, as he was the head coach for the Cincinnati Bengals when Andy Dalton was the starting quarterback. So I think he'll be able to pretty much give our defense a good idea of what his strengths and what his weaknesses are, what to attack, how to attack, and let the defense handle business like it has been the first 2 games of the season. They do need to play all 4 quarters, and it's not just our defense. It is our offense more than anything. Our offense came alive towards the tail end of that game, and I hope that that momentum rolls over into this game. Again, we're home for the first time this year. We know Allegiant is going to be packed out in silver and black. I don't think Carolina's fan base really travels well. So it should be 85-15, 90-10 in our favor, but we shall see. We do have a super chat in here. Let's highlight this real quick. Salute to Demokes on the $5 holla. Silver and black with a dash of white. We kicking ass to party Sunday night. Raiders. Talk that shit, bro. And again, those in the tri-state, this coming Sunday, we will be live. Watch party, Bar A, Lake Como, New Jersey. Everybody's going to be there. Graph, Big Mike, Wasted, myself. Pull on up. Let's have a good time. Game starts at 4, I believe, 4 Eastern time. We will be there a little earlier. So pull on up, show your support, show your love, and come out and have a good time with the rest of Raider Nation. Salute to Elite. Definitely brought that heat on Monday. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. He's on a worse team this year. Can't deny that. I am waiting for the injury report to come out so we can talk about that as well. And I'm going to go through the matchup in terms of player numbers right now. Really, Dalton is not going to be something to talk about, really, because he has not played. But let me just see if they have this out yet. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry for the dead air. I'm trying to find this as quickly as I possibly can. Here we go. Okay, it is out, and it came out about 20 minutes ago, so I'm glad we're good. All right, so as it stands right now, going into this Week 3 matchup against Carolina Panthers, you have today's practice, Max Crosby, ankle, he was limited. Divine Diablo, oblique and concussion, did not participate. Tommy Eichenberg, knee, limited. Tackle, Colton Miller, shoulder, limited. Cornerback, DeCamerion Richardson, hamstring, did not participate. Tyree Wilson, knee, limited. Christian Wilkins, knee, limited. Dylan Parham, foot, full participant. Safety, Chris Smith, knee, limited. For the Carolina Panthers, defensive end, Ashawn Robinson, knee, he didn't participate. Defensive tackle, Shai Tuttle, foot, did not participate. Jadeveon Clowney did not participate. This is just a regular rest for him. Felipe Franks, a tight end, personal, did not participate. Guard Robert Hunt, that was the guy that we wanted in free agency. He was a center at Miami. Shoulder, limited. Guard Damian Lewis, groin, limited. And tight end Tommy Tremble, hamstring and back, limited. So there is your most up-to-date injury report as it stands today. 2 more days of practice, and then you'll see the official game status as we get closer to Sunday. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all are in here. Let me get back into the chat, see if I've missed anything. Paul said, elite salute, ma'am. Congratulations on your channel. It's fire. Like, what, did you think it wouldn't be? You hear what when she calls in and what she brings to the table here? Looking forward to that good quality content. Salute, elite, salute, salute, salute. Let me see. JPJ starting this week. I'm hoping to see him on the field. If he starts, I'll be even more excited for that. So I'm here for it. You guys know that I've been here for it. So yeah, the list always scares me. We'll be all right, Deb. We'll be okay. Correction, Robert Hunt was a right guard for Miami, solid player. Why did I think he was the center there? You're absolutely right. He was the right guard because I think I said it was a guard that we wanted. You're absolutely right. That's my fault. May have been thinking of Connor Williams. He plays center for the Finns, will play left guard for Dallas prior. Got you. Appreciate you, Grandizer. I think we all hope the JPJ starts this coming Sunday. I think it would be great. And maybe we see a coming out party if he does, in fact, start. And we'll see that bully, the true bully in the trenches this coming Sunday. And I cannot wait for it. So let's, again, go back into this matchup in regards to the leaders for both teams. So for your passing yards, you have Gardner Minshew, 533 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Again, Young is benched, 245 passing yards, 3 interceptions. For the run game, you have Chuba Hubbard, 16 carries, 78 yards. Samir White for us, 22 carries, 68 yards. Good God. Adam Thielen, their leading receiver, 5 receptions, 69 yards. Davante Adams, 14 receptions, 169 yards, and 1 touchdown. So there you have it in regards to the matchup. And then the game odds. Yay, ESPN finally did something right. 62.3% chance of us beating the Carolina Panthers as they have 37.4. The open line was 38.5. The spread is +5 for Carolina, -5 for us. Over under is 39.5, and the money line is +200 for Carolina and -240 for our Raiders. So there you have it so far as we get into this week 3 matchup. I want to see that defense toss Andy like a rag doll, damn it. So, Elite, I know you just came in and I just said, look, there's some familiarity there with Marvin Lewis as our assistant head coach, knowing the ins, outs, the strengths, the weaknesses of Andy Dalton. I think his past relationship with Dalton will definitely be a huge help for us. Be able to just talk it out, go back and forth to Patrick Graham, let him know, and let our defense handle their business like they have been. Again, ultimately, the offense needs to roll into this game with the same momentum that they had as they finished that game against the Ravens last Sunday. And we got to come out with a win, but we also need to set the tone and put up. We did score 26, which is great. I want more. I want 30 plus this week. I want us to be consistent. I want us to, whoever is in the backfield, whoever has the hot hand, feed them, feed them, feed them, feed them. At this point, we look at the first few drives and see who's finding the holes, who's getting the positive yards, and that should be the hot hand. That should be the one that should be carrying the load the rest of the way. 32-17 Raiders. I like that. Yeah, that's what I want. I want something high scoring. Realistically, I don't even want to see the Panthers with 17. And again, this isn't me talking shit. This is me observing. This is what I'm hoping happens. Our defense, as well as our defense has played, what we did with Lamar Jackson in regards to stopping the run game, that was great. Our corners have done a solid job. Agent Zero, Jacorian Bennett, solid job his first 2 weeks. Jack is going to be Jack. The one thing that I love about our defense right now, our corners, we have young corners, young, fast corners. Keep that momentum. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep being the ball hawks that you are. And everything is going to take care of itself. Raiders 56-7. That would be amazing. Panthers 3. I would love that. Only thing I'm worried about, them overlooking this team. That's the one thing. And I think Graff and Wasted did a show the other day. Salute to my guys. Calling it a trap game. You guys saw a lot of these games last week where a lot of these teams had leads, blew the leads, and you have some of these teams that have been projected to be playoff contenders. Some of them have started off 0-2. A lot of these teams are battling injuries very, very early. Look at the Rams. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are both out right now. Joe Mixon had an ankle injury. I'm not sure how severe it is. He's on my fantasy team. I just picked up that kid from the Niners. Is it Mason? If I remember correctly, I just picked him up in my fantasy league. But a lot of guys are going down quickly. So We have to handle our business. We need to be worried about us. We need to worry about the team in front of us. And right now, that's the Carolina Panthers. We can't lay down. We can't go into this game and be like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a walk in the park. You take every game seriously. You go hard every single play the full 60 minutes, and get that W at home. We will all be stunned. Yeah, I think if, God forbid, we are to be upset, I know a lot of people are going to be in those press conference chats. Up, fire AP, fire Getsy, start O'Connell. Like I could feel that coming if that does happen, but I don't think it will. Just don't underestimate this team and do your job. That's it. Do your job, and the main objective for every game moving forward is to finish. We saw what our offense did at the tail end of that game. They showed up when it mattered the most. I'm still a little disappointed with some of those drops that Tay had. And I know a lot of people in here can agree that those were balls that he should have caught. Absolutely. But he did get that touchdown for us, so I'll take it. Got to play a full game. There you go. Let him know, Jumba. Tenacious D. Oh, Lord. We should be 2-0. We pretty much have the Chargers. Yep. But bad mistakes. We gave that game away. And we move forward from that. Look, they're going to see us back at Allegiant later on this season. Let's not be worried about them right now. Let's do what we have to do. Let's handle our business. And when they come to our house, we'll make sure to give them a rude awakening, and show them exactly who we are. That's it. The one in the end zone for sure. Yeah. The mindset in that locker room won't take anything for granted. That's a fact. He had a walk-in TD and drop. Our running game is bad because our running back, I'm yelling, put Hammer in his running back. Well, oh, my Lord. Yeah, I was a receiver. I think at this point I would probably be a fullback. But I could actually run downhill, though, and I won't be afraid to drop my shoulder. Yeah, he did struggle a little bit. Yeah. I heard footsteps in the dark. Come on, Chris. Let's not. Now it's the O-line's problem. James, you're right. It is. And we've been talking about the O-line for the last 2 weeks. And salute to the new subs that have come in. I see it went up a little bit. I appreciate all the new people that are coming in here. And do not hesitate to chop it up in the chat with the rest of your brothers and sisters of Raider Nation. That's what we're here to do. This show, I've said this a million times, it's always about each and every single one of y'all. Salute to the 165 in here. Do me a favor. Smash them thumbs. Hammer that sub. Crush the bell, y'all. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Ultimate goal by season's end is 15K. Let's get to 10K as quickly as possible. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all. I want to see Brock Bowers get 100 yards this game. You know what's crazy? Fantasy-wise, if I remember correctly, I think he had just a little bit under 20 fantasy points this past weekend. I was really, really disappointed that he did not get that touchdown. Was down at the goal line, but give him a lot of credit for that effort. Kept moving his legs, kept moving forward. He was so close. I do think that he will get his first touchdown in the NFL, his first touchdown as a Raider this coming Sunday. Let's take that to the bank and run with it. One more. Otani, stolen base for 50. He's got to get it. I'm waiting for him to get that, be part of the 50-50 club. Yeah, I heard Kamara went off too. I really didn't pay attention to much of it. I know my team is actually stacked, but my team didn't really perform all that great. I'm going to have to make some adjustments. And those that are in here, since we're talking about fantasy football, you guys that are new in here, we do have a Pigskin Pick'em League on ESPN.com. The link is actually in the community post on YouTube. It's free to join. Me and Desert are still going back and forth, but there is somebody ahead of us right now. And Desert, the other day we were talking about, he's like, I'm going to find out who that is. I'm going to catch up and I'm going to handle my business. We'll see, my guy. We'll see. Again, last weekend was very, very upside down. So a lot of the picks just went out the window real quickly. First week, 13-3. I don't even remember how I finished this past weekend, but it wasn't good. I can tell you that. Would you activate McCormick or Lauby as insurance for this week? If I were to activate one of them, it would be Lauby. It would definitely be Lauby. Butler was holding the middle. Yeah. I'd activate Lowry. Got to get a spark in the run game. You know what's funny? I've been wanting to ask my guys about this, but I'm going to ask you guys. My fantasy defense. As it stands right now, I have Houston and I have the Jets defense. Now, I didn't make any of these picks. Everything was auto picked because I missed my draft. The Raiders are available, and I really want to take the Raiders this weekend. Who would you drop? Would you drop Houston or would you drop the Jets? Curious to see what you guys say in the chat. I am Primos. I am going to pick them up. I just don't know who to drop. Drop Houston. All right, I see two saying the Jets. Jets have the Patriots tomorrow night, and I really don't like using my players on Thursdays. I'm conflicted. They're both good defenses. A lot of people are saying drop the Jets. So when we finish this live, I'm going to drop the Jets and pick up the Raiders defense. Appreciate y'all. I actually dropped. Who did I drop? I dropped Freiermuth from Pittsburgh and picked up the running back for the Niners since McCaffrey's out. So hopefully I can get some points off of that. And Mixon is down, so I had to put him in there. I have Jonathan Taylor. I have Mason. My receivers, if I remember correctly, I have Stroud as my quarterback. My receivers have Godwin, Jamar Chase. I have Chris Olave, but I also have somebody else. Drop Houston because they play Minnesota on the road in Minnesota. Well, it's not. Okay. The defensive line is no joke. They had to pick up Jenkins on the side. 50-50 toss up. Hold on. 50-50 toss up, but definitely get the Raiders. Yeah, I definitely want to. I have Cup and Pacheco. Ooh, good God. That sucks, bro. That sucks. Maybe you should just keep the Jets over the Raiders. I don't want to do that. Come on, James. Don't ask me for advice. I thought Tanner Muse was going to be a star. So, all right. So I'm going to drop the Jets. I'm going to pick up the Raiders. And I'm going to start the Raiders this weekend. Somebody already got Brock, and I think they got everybody else. So I think Carlson might be available as a kicker. I have Jason Sanders right now in Miami, and I'm also thinking about dropping him and maybe picking up Carlson. I have Cup and Pacheco too. Good Lord. Yeah, I feel so bad for you guys. So let's see what's good. So this run opens up the pass. It's nice unless they're doing you to throw, stack in the box. It was crazy watching the other day too, because a lot of the times, at least when the sacks happened this past Sunday on Minshew, we're not sending anybody. There was no blitz packages that were being used during that time in the during those sacks. That was insane. Yo, Chris, I can't with you. James Cook gave me a lot of points. Salute to you, Sean. I feel like I haven't seen you here in a minute. Hopefully Carlson gets a day off except point afters. I like that, Gerald. Salute, man. Jacoby going over 100 on the Panthers. Interesting. I would love to see Brock go over 100 and get his first touchdown. I think Tay is going to be Tay. I think we see Tay over 100 yards again. I'm hoping over 110. I don't do prop bets, but I would definitely like to see him go over 110, most definitely. And salutes at 178 that we have in the chat right now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on 6 different platforms right now. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. And you will see us on all our respective channels this coming Sunday. Live, Bar A, Lake Como, New Jersey. Panthers, Raiders, home opener. We will be live. Stay tuned for that. I would love to see Zeus. I think I said Deuce, my fault. I would love to see Zeus get at least 80 yards. Yeah, if our O-line does their job. If JPJ is at left guard. They went back and forth between Pete and Whitehead, and it is what it is. Our interior is still very questionable right now. And again, you guys heard me just do the injury report. Colton Miller is dealing with that shoulder injury. And that was what he was dealing with throughout the offseason. So we got to get him right. We got to get him right quickly. That blind side, he's got to protect that blind side. Corey Bennett and Jack with a pick this week. Both? Both? I would say that if Bryce Young was out there. But again, Marvin Lewis, yeah, I think they're gonna handle their business. I think our DBs are gonna feast. Max is definitely gonna feast. Maybe one of these guys hit Dalton so hard that Bryce Young does come in the game. Tyree limited in practice. Yes. Yes. We need to throw Zeus and Madison on the field at the same time. So like a pro formation, pro gun formation, I would be fine with that. I'd be perfectly fine with that. Chris, I said this going into before we even started this year. We talked about guys that I thought were going to have some really good years. Jacorian Bennett going into his sophomore year. Jacorian was another guy that I had on my radar. Drafted him a lot in my mock drafts. And he earned his spot, man. He earned his spot, and he's doing a very, very solid job in his sophomore year. And I think his upside is going to continue to get better and better week in and week out, as long as he continues to do what he's been doing. Carolina Panthers have the worst defense in the NFL. There's no underselling it either. Panthers defense allowed 349 total yards, a 56.3% chance third down success rate, and 5.4 yards per play. The Raiders need to take advantage of that. Again, we're not just going to walk in here like, oh, yeah, we're going to dog walk them. Nah. Use those numbers to your advantage and do your job. Yes, Tommy was limited. Tommy is limited. Diablo has a concussion. He's limited. Actually, let's read this again. I'll read ours. I'll read our Raiders. Max Crosby, ankle limited. Divine Diablo, oblique concussion, did not participate. Tommy Eichenberg, knee limited. Colton Miller, shoulder limited. DeCamerion Richardson, hamstring, did not participate. Tyree Wilson, knee limited. Christian Wilkins, knee limited. Dylan Parham, foot full participant. Chris Smith, knee limited. So that is for our Raiders. There you go. Bar A, bar A, bar A. Bar anticipation. You and me both. I just didn't want to say it. Hammer, when we get an update on Malcolm Kuntz in 2 weeks, I'm looking forward to seeing what they say, but I had already heard things from last week after, actually before our game against the Chargers. That injury with Kuntz might be out longer than we thought. So just have to stay tuned for that. Yeah, Adam, concussion for Diablo. Salute to S. Dot on the $10 holla. Do you realize it was majority of the time at least 6-man offensive line that kept Minshew from being sacked on film? This is why you push Mill, Meir, Powers, Mumford, Glaze, and Parham. Are we still on putting Parham as a tight end? Stop it. Stop it. He has to play for trade value. Oh, Lord. That is a fact. That is a fact. Look, our linebacking depth chart is deep. I don't see why we don't give another one of these guys a chance. Masterson was out there last week. He held his own. We know what Spillane did. I was joking with you guys about the thumbnail that I put out on Monday. Dude had the interception and was running and was doing the Jordan with his tongue sticking out while he was running with the ball. I couldn't stop laughing. JPJ this week, please let him start. Please let him start. Never liked Diablo. I hope whoever replaced him this week takes his job full time. We shall see. Now, I've said this before. I had this one dude. For those that are baseball heads, Brandon Phillips. Best words of advice I've ever gotten. Do your job so no one has the opportunity to take your crown. Somebody's about to take Diablo's crown, man. If he doesn't prove by week 6, no extension or a trade package. Oh, damn, y'all going in. Gainer could take it. Did you hear Crosby's story about Spillane after taking on? No. Josh, salute. Being a team leaning on the D, we need to get off to a quicker start this week. Can't get right. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. Salute to the 169 that we have in here. I'm going to wrap it up. It is almost 8 o'clock out here on the East Coast. I still need to eat. I haven't eaten a single thing all day long. So I'm going to have some dinner, go take care of the monster among pups, and probably call it a night. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all that are in here, though. And if you haven't already, on your way out, smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions in the house that Hammer built by the nation for the nation. Raider Nation News Today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all. And of course, as always on my New York, peace, love, and positivity. I'm outro.
When I leave, come together like butt cheeks.